Hello everyone, this is Alexandria, or MystieGaming as I used to be known, and welcome to the first movie of my Reborn Archaeology series. I hope you enjoy! Hello everyone, this is MystieGaming, and after just a little bit of a break, I am back and starting a brand new series on 1.21 with Fossils Archeology and Jurassic Reborn, two of my favorite dinosaur mods. I will say I am sorry it's been so long since I've posted. Life got really busy, I adopted a puppy, classes were really hard, you know how it gets. But I am back with a fully custom mod pack and a fully custom quest line that I made and I am super excited about. So let's get straight into it. Welcome. A letter from your investors. We hear you are interested in combating the misinformation spread by certain dinosaur parks. We would like to help you embark on this journey by supporting you financially and guiding you through the logistics of running a prehistoric park. This is to myself from me. And your investors. Before we can invest in you, you must prove that you have the grit in order to run a prehistoric park. Upgrade these tools and get together some better gear, because this outfit might work for the lab, but some of these creatures don't mess around. I am so excited to get started. And you might notice, give me some feedback on the quests. I really didn't want them to be too overpowered, but at the same time, I didn't really want to, struggle with the early game. But I'm so excited. This episode, I really want to get a starter house based. I want to make a starter house, and I've set myself up with quite the doozy, because my starter house is not made with starter house materials. There's concrete and moss and warped wood, so I'm just excited to get started. And as you could tell from the quests, we are making a dinosaur park to kind of combat the lies and misinformation that the Jurassic Reborn creatures, or the, Jurassic World series, promotes about their dinosaurs, because Fossils Archeology is an education-based mod on real paleontology, whereas Jurassic Reborn is based kind of on the movies. And I hate to be the one to tell y'all this, but the movies aren't exactly, paleo accurate. So I really want to kind of compare the two through this park, and I'm just so excited to finally have time to play Minecraft again. Okay, let's see here. Iron tools, upgrading our backpack. Okay, there aren't any more quests we can do at the moment. So I want to start heading in the direction of where I would like to base, which I think it's about 1,000 or so blocks this way. It's this really pretty cherry kind of biome. And I'm just so excited. I did choose out the seed. I think it's all so stunning. And I really wish that the cherry biome was a little bit closer, because this biome is so pretty, the Maeve Hills. But anyway, I'm gonna start running this way, and I don't think there's gonna be anything super interesting on the way over, but if there is, of course I will bring y'all in so that we can explore it together. And just like that, our first death. That right there is why I don't play hardcore Minecraft. So I am right back at the start. Hey everyone, we have arrived at the beautiful biome that we are going to be basing in this season. And just look, there is so much space for dinosaur enclosures and this beautiful cherry grove up here that we are going to be basing in. And I've already picked out a little area where I think it would be perfect to build our little starter house overlooking where we're going to be building our park. Now, I think the next step, okay, F4. Sorry, remembering all the keybinds. It's a little difficult. It's been a while since I've played. But I think the next step is going to be a solid mining trip, because as you hopefully saw, I was able to collect a lot of coal and just enough iron to craft us another pickaxe and another axe, since those are already almost gone. And then we are going to do a solid mining trip. I really made poor decisions with my starter base, as I think I mentioned. I have quite the gathering list. There's concrete and bone blocks and warped wood. So we're kind of going to be speed running the early game. I want to get to the nether to get those bone blocks and warped wood. And there's also just so much, so many other little decoration bits I want to get. Ooh. We unlocked another quest in the basics, and since it's a gear, it's going to unlock another chapter. It unlocked a lot of chapters. So it unlocked our prehistoric creatures chapter, which contains all of the dinosaur information, which we're not going to get to today, let's be real, and the technology chapter. So let's read what the investors have to say about technology. We, the investors, have researched some technology that we think will further your advancement in your venture to build a park. Here are the beginnings, but any further automation you, the scientist, must figure out. We get some XP. Okay, so I have a lot of just kind of technology mods. We have jetpacks and furnaces and security craft and mechanism and storage, which is just so exciting. But we're pretty much gonna stick to this chapter today. Oop, and it is already getting dark again. Oh my goodness. There we go. And we have plenty of food. Don't necessarily need any of this, but I do want to craft some torches. There we go. Don't need that. I definitely don't need that. It's plenty of wood. I do want to craft another axe, because that's kind of our main weapon right now. And this one's about to die. Okay, and I'm just going to throw some of this in our backpack. Okay, let's go explore this cave down here. Okay, perfect. We got some osmium. That's going to be useful for mechanism. Stop, it's a hamster. I cannot wait to get into this mod. It is just so adorable. But the good news is there looks to be like a lot of resources around here. Okay. Iron, coal. Oh, we're gonna get off to such a good start. The goal, I think, is going to be to get some diamonds so we can get obsidian going. And I would honestly love to find a skeleton spawner, or maybe moss, and find some way to generate, bone meal so we can get all those bone blocks I need. But also finding a lush cave would be great, because I would love to include some, oh my gosh, what are they called? The flowers. Pretty big pink ones that Emit particles? What are those called? Oh my goodness. Spore blossoms. I would love to include some of those. But our starter base, it's really, really small, but it packs a huge punch with decorations. And unfortunately, I don't have any of like Medica or Replay Mod or Flashback or any of that, because it is a Forge mod pack. So those are not really options. I went all the way up there for the iron, and then I only mined some coal. I am way out of practice in my Minecrafting abilities, guys. Okay. Oh, and I'm out of blocks. Get that iron up there, and then I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper, and I might cut off the video at that point because, you know, mining's not the most interesting thing in the world, especially like all this early game stuff. I never know how to incorporate it into a video because it's just everyone's seen it 100 times before. And I think the cave continued farther down this way. I'm gonna try caving just a little bit more. Oh, look, there's an emerald. Because usually I definitely go for a strip mine. But I know that's not necessarily the most efficient way to mine anymore. Okay, I think this cave might be done. Unless there's more over here. Ooh, some copper. That's gonna be such a good building block. Maybe instead of using warped wood, copper might look really good to get that kind of oxidized look. That might be nice. Okay. Because the vibes I'm going for this season really are just kind of not solar punk, but that really kind of ecological, futuristic look that is just so cool. Oh good, this cave does go down a little bit deeper. And I'm gonna get some of this because it's really important for Jurassic Reborn. There's some vines. Ah! Okay, I think this cave might be done. Ooh, do I want to mine the fossils? Yes, I do. We're here for archaeology. We have our first biofossil. That's perfect. But yeah, it looks like I might just have to strip mine. And thankfully, this brought us down to the bottom. So I'm gonna go kind of under where our base is and kind of mine down at the base of the mountain, so I'm not mining through all of this just to get down to this level, then to mine all the way down to -64 for those diamonds. Oh, this is so nice down here. It's gonna be perfect for building a park. Oh, and there's so many resources. I think this is right about the right spot. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna start digging down, and if I find anything interesting, I will, of course, bring y'all back. Eee! Our first diamonds! Again, I'm so... Hello everyone, this is Editor Misty, and I'm currently trying to sort through all of these super long kind of adventure and mining clips. So I'm gonna leave some things out just for the sake of time. This video is already close to the 20-minute mark and I still have to, you know, build a house. And I want to dedicate some time to that. So in this next couple clips, we go on an adventure to get a sniffer egg because that is the only vanilla dinosaur type creature. And I want some torch flowers and pitcher pods for our starter base. Now, along the way, we find this super huge village, and I grab 2 villagers with the Easy Villagers mod, and we find some kind of reborn bones, a fossil grinder, and an analyzer from Fossils Archeology. But that's really it, and it's really, really boring. So I'm gonna skip straight to some adventures on the ocean as we try and find the sniffer egg. Oh my goodness, there's a hamster all the way out here. Okay, come on, little guy. Okay, I have the hamster. The hamster has been rescued. It's just floating all the way out here. It's so sad. You're coming with me, little guy. I don't actually have the things to tame it with, so it might have to stay in the boat until I can grow some cucumbers to come and tame it. Do I see suspicious sand down there? I don't. We're gonna keep going. Oh, I think those are ruins over there. Perfect. I have my other 2 doors. I'm recognizing that this is pretty difficult to do without any enchantments. Because, I mean, I haven't ever really played with the archaeology update, believe it or not. Ooh. Because I always play on older versions of Minecraft. Oh, trident guy needs to... Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh! You know what? I'm gonna make an exception for the hamster. This one. I don't want to leave my hamster guy behind. Okay, was that all the drowned? Probably would help if I hit them with the right tool. There we go. Okay, there has to be suspicious sand around. Oh, yes, and a buried treasure map. That's legitimately going to be so useful. Okay, let me stick these. Proves agility. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, let's see. Here's some. Okay, please, sniffer. No, it's a wooden hoe. It's a wooden hoe. Of course. Can confirm that suspicious sand does spawn, though. Wait, that's actually such a good fishing rod. Okay, where... Suspicious sand... Where are you? Oh my goodness. I do believe it is. We're just gonna sift. Is that a shard or an egg? Stop! It's an egg! That was literally so perfect. The sand I almost missed. Now, I was assuming Jade was gonna show me what was suspicious or not. I guess it doesn't? But it doesn't matter, we have our first egg. Oh, that's actually so much better than I was expecting. Oh, wait, more sand. Please be another egg. I don't think it's another egg, unfortunately. No. Okay. Oh, now I just want to keep looking. We have one, which is more... Oh, I need air. We have one, which is enough for my needs for today, but I would love to get two so we could have an infinite amount. Okay, that's just coal. I am gonna clear out my inventory a little bit. I can't believe we got one on our, what, second ruin? First real ruin? I just have to keep a better eye out for them. Because Jade doesn't let you be sneaky and just see what's suspicious. You have to actually look like everybody else. Oh, want to avoid that pufferfish. Okay. Every time I say I think I'm done, I find another one. But I think for real, this one is done. There's a well, and I bet there's the potential for some suspicious things down here. And there is... Okay. Since we are... It's a sherd! I will... No, I do not. I don't want... Oh, shoot. This is going so well. Let me get away out of here. Okay, there we go. Okay. We're littering in the ocean, guys. I don't have the inventory space. Okay, is there anything in our backpack that we can get rid of? Really don't need any of that. I think the rest we could use. There's the sherd. Wait, there's some more. Okay, a stick. That's not helpful. But this is a pretty building block. This is literally perfect. Excuse me, I just need to get some of this. I'm gonna make my house out of less painful materials. I cannot believe that just happened. We have made it back after all of that chaos, and our sniffer egg is sitting in a little pen starting to hatch. I know these take forever, so I wanted to get it down as soon as possible. But I hope y'all have enjoyed the episode so far. I know it's been a little chaotic and all over the place. I kind of went in without a plan, which next episode I have a plan. I promise. So it'll be a little bit smoother. But let me just catch you up on what resources we do have, because I know y'all missed a lot of the adventuring. We have a lot of building resources that I think I'm going to use for my house. We have a lot of valuables here from our mining trip, which was about an hour and a half, which I thought was pretty good. We got 16 diamonds, and that's without fortune or anything. And then in here is kind of just misc tools. This I actually got from a quest. We've completed quite a few, actually. But hopefully the mod pack download will be up soon, so y'all can kind of explore them yourself. And it's nighttime. And then this chest is kind of all of our archaeology stuff. A lot of it we actually found exploring. Like all of these random bones from Reborn we actually got from the village alongside the cleaning station and the analyzer. And the DNA extractor we got from a quest. So it's been good. We've made a lot of progress. And I kind of want to finish this episode out by making a little house. And to do that, I also want to go to the Nether. And on my mini-map, I waypointed where a lava pool is. So let's just go ahead and head down there. I do have my pickaxe. Yes. And get some obsidian. I am pressing all the wrong buttons. Oh, perfect. So that we can go to the Nether. And this is like where I really appreciate having a vein miner mod, because obsidian is just a pain in the butt to mine. It's really dark in here now. Is there any ores hiding out? I don't think so. Base location. Oh my goodness. Flint. I'm gonna laugh. I don't have any flint. I will be right back. I'm gonna get some flint and then we'll go into the Nether. Okay, flint and steel obtained. And for now, I'm just gonna throw the Nether portal right here. We're probably going to move this later, but it doesn't matter that much. Oh, there we go. I really hope we have a good spawn. Because the Nether can truly be a... Whoa! This is new and pretty. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of obsidian. Okay, first things first. I have a terrible sense of direction. So we are going to waypoint. Oh my goodness. It might be a little bit difficult to find a... not another fortress. Oh, I forgot my gold. I forgot my gold. I forgot my gold. No, 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 no. I die way too often. I think there's actually a quest. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this. There we go. That should help, hopefully. I might go with the copper for the Nether portal, but I definitely want to do a little bit of exploring. Nether quartz is like always a really fun, not fun, but a really good thing to gather kind of early game, especially in modded, because we do have refined storage in here and it's kind of one of the key... I came totally unprepared for this, but it's one of the key things you need for that mod. What is this? Oh, that's so cool! I love playing modded. There's so many cool things with this, and I'm playing with a bunch of new mods I've never used before, which is even more fun. Like, I almost never play with Regions Unexplored, which is the biome mod that's making the Nether look like this. Oh my goodness. So pretty! And spooky. Pretty and spooky. This is not the way to go. Not at all the way to go. Oh, I'm dead. I will update y'all on how many times I've died at the end of this episode, because it's a lot. Unfortunately. Should I just... Can I mine down? Maybe? Creating like a little pathway down might help. Okay, and then we can just go future proofing, super important. Okay, there. Now we have a way back up to the portal. I don't think we really have a way down quite yet. We're close enough. Let's try this again. There's so much. I don't think I'm going to be able to find some warped anything super quickly. But it is good to come in here. I should have brought shears so I could collect some of this. Or can I just collect it? Ooh, cool. Decoration blocks. Always the most important thing to be grabbing in the nether. Let's see. Looks like we're going back up. I thought that was, I thought the soul stone was netherite for a second, and I was like, no way! Let's see here. Oh! No, 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 no. You know what? We're not gonna do any more nether stuff today. We don't need it. I got some glowstone and some new wood types and some decoration blocks, and I think that's enough. Let's start working on this house. Our sniffer hatched! Oh my goodness! It's so cute! Y'all, you have to name this little sniffer in the comments section. Please. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And the little sniffs. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna build a house. No more distractions. I just finished building the house and I absolutely love it. It's so cute and I got to be fun and creative and I got to decorate and it was just so much fun. It's been a while since I've spent this much time decorating a starter base, and there's still so much more that I want to do and add, but I just don't have the resources this early in the game. But let's do a little tour. So this is the outside, and obviously we're still waiting for this copper to oxidize all the way down, but oh my goodness, I went overboard with the flowers and I love it. On the inside, we have the beginnings of a kitchen. I was running out of iron, so I couldn't get all of the Farmer's Delight little pots and pans, but I think what we have right now is perfect. And we have this cute little storage area, which I love, and it's gonna work great for us. And then up here, we have just a cozy little bedroom, and eventually when we find a lush cave, I would love to add a spore blossom up here. But oh my goodness, it's just so cozy. I can't. And then, ooh, let's see it with shaders. It's gonna take a second. There it goes. I wanna go here. And just just look at this. I love it so, so much. I love the little, like, kind of garden roof, and oh my goodness, it's gonna look so good once the copper oxidizes down. But this episode has been so much fun, and like I promised, I'll show you the final statistics. It's gonna be bad. I haven't even looked yet. Let's see here. Player deaths 10 already. And how long have I played? Jumps, items dropped. Where's playtime? Player kills. Time played. 10 deaths in just under 7 hours. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But we are alive and well right now. Oh my goodness, and I just love it. And we're going to do so much more to the space in the coming episodes. And next episode, we're actually going to be working a little bit more on infrastructure, so that hopefully in episode 3 we can get our first Reborn and Fossils and Archaeology dinosaurs. And next episode, this guy needs a little bit of a better home. But as always, thank y'all so much for watching. If you've watched all the way to the end, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe button, and you know, all the YouTube things. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time zone you're watching this in, and goodbye. Oh my goodness, that's so weird. I'm punching, but it looks really funny. Okay, well, anyways, see y'all around. Hello everyone, this is MystieGaming, and welcome back to our Reborn Archaeology series, where today we are going to be working on building up some farms and some infrastructure so that we can support a healthy dinosaur population in the coming episodes. But first things first, I think it is beyond time that our sniffer gets a better home than this little pen that it's already outgrown. So let's address that first. And just like that, our sniffer has had a small upgrade. It's still not great. I'd love to give them yet another enclosure that's going to be even better once the park is started, but this is a definite upgrade. And in the meantime, I also just put a little minecart with a hopper down there, so if our sniffer sniffs up any blocks, or torch flowers, or pitcher pods, we are gonna know. But as you can probably tell from my voice, I've gotten a little bit sick in between clips. So I do apologize if I sound a little rough. Now, the theme of this episode is farming automation, and to do that, we need a building to automate in. So I think our next step is going to be building a cool little barn over here. Okay, so I was gonna jump straight into building. I even went and gathered some chalk and some white terracotta while I was on the way over, and then I realized I only have 7 spruce logs, and that is not enough. But spruce saplings only grow in spring, autumn, and winter, and it's summer. So we're gonna have to jump ahead a little bit and get some botany pots, which we have a little bit of a quest line in agriculture for. So let's see what the investors have to say about botany pots. These small pots can grow almost any crop with the proper soil type and are extremely automatable. See what you might be able to come up with by combining this pot with a hopper. So let's craft a basic botany pot, and then I want to go for these white glazed terracotta ones, just because, I mean, look at that. That looks so much better than just like a generic one. And we got a hopper, and if we combine it, There we go. We have a hopping botany pot. And I am assuming I installed... Okay. You have to install a separate add-on for botany pots to grow trees. So I was just making sure that that was in fact in this mod pack. And we can even use mystical agriculture soil to make it grow faster, which I definitely want to do since we do have a decent amount of inferium essence. And that looks pretty easy to make. And then can we upgrade it? Wait, back. Let's see here, because if I could get a better tier, I would love to. So that's rich farmland, inferium. We just need to craft some of this with a fusion crystal. Oh, we can do that. So we're also getting a little bit into mystical agriculture. I don't want to get super far into this mod because it is definitely a rabbit hole. I need iron. There we go. So we can craft a hoe, and then I can not use that yet. I need this, and I need this. There we go. And then we can combine some of this to craft this. And we can combine all of this to get prudentium farmland, which has a slightly better grow rate, which is going to be just perfect because I'm going to be sitting around waiting for this for a little bit. And let's grab a barrel. And it should... There we go. Spruce saplings are growing, and with the hopper botany pot, it's going to automatically harvest and then output to the inventory below it. But I'm going to get straight to building while this is gathering up some spruce in the background. So I hope you enjoy yet another montage. Just like that, our barn is done, and I absolutely love it. I kind of went for this half greenhouse look and this kind of half really modern, I don't even know what to call this look, but I kind of really like it, even though it's kind of wonky looking. And in here we just have this nice big flat area where we can put all of our hopping bonsai pots and all of our animal pens, which we are going to get to now. And as you can see, I have a very long list of things I want to grow and produce in this greenhouse. So I have done a little bit of prep work to make this a little bit easier on us, but we should be able to just craft up our hopping bonsai pots, because that's what I want to do first. And there we go, we have enough of everything, thankfully, and we have our drawers. So what I want to do in here, I'm gonna have to take this. Oh, I'm gonna have to craft up some of the soil, but I want to make little kind of tables in here. And there's 20 things that we're going to be growing in here. So 20 doesn't divide by 3 evenly, but it divides by 4. So if we have kind of 5 rows, let's see here. Let's start with doing them kind of, let's see here. So things look a little bit different around here. As I said in an earlier clip, I started to get sick, and for some reason, even though I sounded terrible and felt terrible and couldn't think straight, I decided that it was a good idea to keep recording. Now, I'm not going to make you sit through the clips I recorded while I was sick because they were absolutely atrocious. So let me catch you up and we can continue on from the episode where we are. When I left off, I was trying to think through how to design this interior and what crops I wanted. Now, that list has changed significantly. I decided to prioritize the flowers for decoration and, yes, go down a mystical agriculture rabbit hole because we can craft nature seeds, which will pretty much allow us to craft every single vanilla crop that we will need to feed our dinosaurs. And I also decided some other ones that I wanted, like water seeds, so that I could, easily craft concrete and mud and just some building blocks, and dirt seeds and potentially stone seeds as well. I haven't decided. But I went on this big, long adventure to get all of the items I needed, and I went absolutely everywhere on this map. I even went like 5,000 blocks away to a mangrove swamp because while I was exploring for the crops and flowers we needed, I also decided to get animal pens going. So this mod pretty much allows us, it pretty much actually works the same as Easy Villagers, if y'all are familiar with that mod, in that it lets you keep animals in a one block little pen and interact with them exactly how you would interact with them if they were in, well, not a one block pen, I guess. So I can shear the bees to get honey, and I can kill the cows to get meat. And I went all the way out to a mangrove swamp, not only to get mangrove wood, which is really important, but also I wanted to find a frog, which I was unfortunately very unsuccessful with. So for now, we only have bees, chickens, sheep, and cows. And then cod and salmon for our water creatures. And this mod lets you farm them with and breed them with either seaweed or seagrass, I believe. And I will have seaweed growing. Or you know what? That's what I wanted the water essence for, because I'm pretty sure you can craft it. Yes, you can craft kelp. But to get nature seeds, we need to craft them, and I wanted to do that together since I hadn't done it yet. First, maybe I should take a nap, though, because it is definitely nighttime out. Okay, perfect. Now, there's 2 more mystical agriculture seeds I want to craft, because I've already crafted the infernium ones, the dirt ones, and the water ones. They're currently growing in our greenhouse. But I want to craft the nature ones, like I said, which requires nature's agglomeratio. I'm not good at the pronunciation. It's going to be a theme, especially with the dinosaurs. And for that, we need these things. So pumpkins, potatoes, cactus, and sugarcane. So I am going to put these on the pedestals. And let me see what level. They're tier 2, so I need 4 prudentium. Which, that might be a problem, because I might, well, it should be fine, actually. I'm growing infernium in my greenhouse. Because infernium, oh, that's plenty, is what we use to craft it. Oh my goodness, I am all over the place per usual. So let's get prudentium, and we're gonna need 4. There we go. And while we're at it, the dye seeds are also tier 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're also going to need, I believe I already have the soil we need in there, so that will be fine. And then we're also going to stick this on the pedestal. And then, oh my goodness, I forgot all about the base seeds that we need, which is actually, should be in here, prosperity seed bases. These are kind of the bases for all of the mystical agriculture seeds, and they're super important. And as you can see, we're crafting nature seeds, and if I give it a redstone signal, it does this really cool animation, and then they're crafted, which is, it's just so cool. And my goal is to have 4 of these sections growing on the sides here, and this will eventually give us 3 more seeds that I can plant here, here, and there, and there. And then this pot is for our dye seeds, which require dye agglomeratio, which requires these dyes, which I am thankfully growing. 4, and then these 2 need to be smelted. Well, just the sea pickles. I don't know why I have cactus on me. Oh, you know what? I was growing it in one of the pots temporarily so that I could... Yeah, I remember now. Let's, you know, make this go a little bit faster. And with the dye seeds, we're not going to have to waste a bunch of our flowers in order to craft dyes, so we can just use the dye essence and get a bunch of dye for pretty much free, which is really nice. Okay, and then we got our 4 prudentium, and it is pretty much the exact same. And all of the mystical agriculture seed recipes are pretty similar in their setup, in that they need 4 of a certain tier of essence and 4 of some type of kind of symbolic object for said seed. So there we go. We're gonna get our dye seeds. Ooh, and I love how they're all fun and rainbowy. Okay, here we go. And then that is all set up. So we have automated so much this episode, and I recognize y'all haven't seen a lot of it, and that is mostly my fault. But I'm hoping that I can decorate this room a little bit nicer for one. Oh. So I have decorated and kind of put our animals on these little shelves so that it looks a whole lot neater. And the rest of this space, oh my goodness, I'm missing a window. I'll fix it. I will 100% remember to fix that. But the rest of this room is definitely going to be dedicated towards villagers and any other animals we want to eventually automate. But yeah, we accomplished a lot this episode, and I recognize y'all missed a bunch of it. So hopefully my next episode will have a lot better luck. Hopefully I won't get sick midway through recording it, because you know that always sucks. But I just wanted to thank you all so much for watching. I'm super excited to do a deep dive into fossils and archaeology again, and really get into Jurassic Reborn, because that is like a mod that I don't often play on YouTube, and I'm really excited, especially since the focus, I don't know if I've shown you this tab yet, but this is all of the creatures from these 2 mods, and yes, there are a lot. This center column is all of the ones that Fossils and Archaeology and Jurassic Reborn share and each have. So we have the Fossils and Archaeology dodo, and then the Jurassic Reborn dodo, which I cannot wait to create enclosures that are comparing and contrasting the 2. That's going to be so much fun. And then of course there's, how many is it? 75 mobs that are unique to the Jurassic Reborn mod, which is awesome. And then Fossils and Archaeology has 31 that are unique, which is, it's so awesome. And the goal is to at least get all of the mobs that the 2 mods share, but I would love to get almost all of them, if not all of the mods. mobs, which that's going to be a huge undertaking, so hopefully y'all enjoy this series. And again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hello everyone, this is MystieGaming, and welcome to episode 3 of our Reborn Archaeology series. And this episode, I have some pretty big plans, which I'm super excited to get to. But first, let me catch you up on what I've been up to in between episodes, because I've done quite a lot. First things first, villagers! I have gotten myself fully enchanted tools and armor, and I am just so happy that's over with, and I never want to see another villager again. But it is done, and it was something that needed to be done. Do I hear a cat? Okay, side quest. We have a side quest, guys. I didn't even know that cats could spawn here. It must be because of the villagers. Okay, I just have to hope that this is enough because there are so many creepers here. Oh, where did it go? Also, you might notice I installed another texture pack. So everything still looks very vanilla. Oh, there it is. But there's just some slight tweaks, and I kind of love it. Ooh. Kitty, come here. Come here. Okay, okay. Hi. Okay. One. I always end up bum rushing them. I know that's not how you're supposed to do it, but it's what works for me. Yay! Oh my goodness, this cat is so pretty. Okay, we're gonna take her, or him, back up to the house. Oh my goodness, this is just perfect. Okay, and I think it's a she is gonna sit right in front of our door to keep the creepers away. She can sit in the plant box. I can just nudge her a little bit. There we go, that's perfect. But back to what I did in between episodes. I also went on another adventure to get a brewing stand so that I could cure my villagers, so that I wouldn't be spending my entire life with villagers. And I did a in between episodes mining session, and all of the notable stuff is in here. So up here is absolutely everything I got on my mining trip, and down here are kind of the notable things that I got from my nether trip, including I raided a bastion and I got 4 ancient debris and these cute bunny slippers that make me immune to fall damage, which will be really, really helpful. Now, I'm gonna smelt up the 4 ancient debris, and we should also probably address the quest line, because as you can see, some things are different. I had to edit the mod pack a little bit, and I took it as a chance to edit some of the quests. This one, I added a feeding upgrade, because I just think that one's so useful. And of course, I get all of the rewards for getting full diamond gear, which is just a bunch of diamonds and experience. And then in agriculture, I added a full quest line with all of the mystical agriculture seeds and some rewards for getting all of them. And if you notice over here, we have all of the Farmer's Delight foods, which I just thought would be a fun challenge. And if you get them all, you get a netherite furnace, which I think is worthwhile because these require a lot of crafting. And I also edited this, so originally I couldn't make it accept any type of elite botany pot, but since ender pearls are required to craft it, I figured let's just change the recipe. Same with this one up here. And then I also found an analyzer on my journey, and I edited this quest to also include frozen meat on the request of my younger brother. Now, down here, I have switched this to an and filter, so it requires one of each of these. And these are actually super helpful. We'll get into Reborn a little bit later this episode, but these will pretty much give you a random dinosaur when analyzed in the DNA extractor. And we also have some Supremium Essence, which we're going to save for a rainy day when we need some, a lot of one type of crop. But I think I've gotten you all caught up, so now to inform you of my absolutely crazy plan for the day. I want to build a guardian farm, first thing. Which, yes, I know, we're not going to be draining an ocean monument. I'm not that crazy. I am, however, a little bit crazy. And I have everything we need in my backpack, and I don't have replay mod, so I can't show you a time lapse of me building it. So I'm just gonna go and build it. But in the latter half of this episode, I want to build us a laboratory and get all of the machines we need to bring dinosaurs back to life. So let's hop straight over to a completed guardian farm, because we're going to be using the one that is actually right by our world spawn down here. And I'm hoping that Jung's ocean monuments will still work with the tutorial I'm using. But if not, you will have a very sad MystieGaming. Very sad. And no, I may or may not be doing all of this because I want to get a quantify key that requires an ink sac. Because, like, we also need black dye and prismarine. Those are also important. But because of all of the ocean creatures that are added by the various mods in here, squid are impossible to find. So I genuinely think that this would be faster than finding a squid. And all of the fish we get from it will let us feed our dinosaurs a lot easier than me trying to feed them all from this tiny itty bitty tank here. But yes, all of that talking aside, let's get straight into building the farm. And just like that, with some editing magic, the farm is complete. I didn't copy the farm perfectly, but it definitely works, as you can see. Now, I have AFK'd at this place for about 20 to 30 minutes while I was watching some TV. So we are going to use and abuse waypoints in this series, as you can see. But we're going to go down to the Nether for our Guardian collection. I have not checked the chests at all, so I really hope it worked. But let's go. Oh my goodness, it is definitely working. That is loud. I apologize. But let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, so some stuff got a little bit left over from... Okay. This is just stuff from building, but oh my goodness. We have so much prismarine. And Infernium essence. I should have thought about that, but yeah, that's definitely gonna drop. But for like 30 minutes of AFK time, we have so much. It doesn't look like it's actually dropping squidding, so we might have to build a squidding farm later. But I think this was definitely worth it for the prismarine because I really want to start incorporating it into our builds, and even the raw cod. Like, that's going to be so useful. And it looks like... Do these chests fill up first? Did I do something wrong? Or are these hoppers all just... I don't know. I don't know how vanilla Minecraft things work, guys. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I got all of the building things out. Because the Jung's oh my goodness, words. The Young's Ocean Monument had so much copper in it, and I got so much dark prismarine from just mining out the little roof it had. Oh my goodness. Okay, this was definitely worth it. But we should head back to the base now to build our lab, and I also want to get a little bit into some jetpacks so I can fly around a little bit. But I honestly don't even know where this is in relation to... Okay, so there's my nether portal, so it's just... Okay, that's not terribly far away. But let's go back to the base. So, my inventory has been sorted, and I have gathered a lot of the materials we are going to need for the build, including some things that required 2 new chipped tables, the mason's workbench and the tinkering table. But I'm super excited to get on this build. But I used our first netherite ingot to upgrade my sword, and our second one, which I got from the quests, because each one will give you some netherite scrap as a reward, similar to the ones here, to upgrade my Silk Touch pickaxe. I also realized that I completely forgot to make a diamond hoe. And I've made 2 new upgrades for our backpack, which has also been upgraded to diamond. So I made a stack upgrade for tier 2, which allows more than 1 stack of items to be placed in a single slot. I believe this one lets you upgrade it to 4 stacks per 1 slot. And I've also made myself a tool swapper upgrade, which is one of my favorites because it will automatically switch your tool for the thing you are mining. Now, over here is where we are going to be building, and I am just so excited to start. Let's get straight into it. And if we round the bend on this beautiful pathway I made, we have our laboratory and kind of magic science building, which I love. And of course there's zombies everywhere. But I just love how this build turned out. From the roof garden to just the 2 towers and all of the decoration. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. And I love that we have prismarine. I almost never bother building a guardian farm because I always thought you had to drain the ocean monument, but you don't, and you get a super efficient farm anyway. But let's check out the inside. So over to the right, we have our mystical agriculture setup, which I think is so cool. I love the amethyst and the prismarine. And over here, we will have an enchanting table. And I have always wanted to do the candles with the glass. I think it looks so magical and cool. So I was able to do that in this build, and it's just such a cozy little library area. Now, upstairs is where we are going to have our lab, which is just over here, and you might notice that we don't have as many machines as we need. We have an analyzer, which I've started analyzing some of the fossils and archaeology fossils, and we already have 2 dinosaurs. We're gonna have to get this on a little hopper system. But let's go back to the house and craft the rest of the machines that we need. But before we do that, let me show you the ones I do have. So we obviously have an analyzer, and I want to craft another one to put right here so it's kind of even. But for the Jurassic Reborn mod, there are a lot of machines, as our quest line neatly kind of lays out for us. So we have the cleaning station and the DNA sequencer, and I got those from like exploring villages. And from this quest line, we get a DNA extractor. So I think the DNA extractor can go over here. And let's get our cleaning station here. And maybe we should get 2 of them, because this is kind of the first step that has to process through a lot. And then where is this one in the sequence? So it is here. And I just think these machines look so, so cool. The artist did such a good job on making a modern machine in Minecraft that still kind of fits the Minecrafty vibes. But that is all of the machines that I have crafted, so we are going to craft a couple things down at the house. And just like that, with a lot of crafting up random bits, we have all of the machines we are going to need for the revival process of the Jurassic Reborn creatures. Now, unfortunately, we don't quite have everything we need for the cultivator for Fossils and Archaeology because it requires a slime ball. But there's going to be a really easy way for us to get it using mechanism, which I wanted to get into anyway. But first, let's accept all of these quest rewards. Oh no, I'm not going to have enough inventory space. There are so many random bits and bobs you need for crafting up these machines. I was like constantly throwing things out of my inventory as I was crafting. But we have gotten all of our rewards just like that, and I tried to give each step the item you needed to make the dinosaurs for that step. I don't think that sentence made sense, but it is what it is. It'll make sense once I go through how we use the machines. So there is our fossil grinder, and then after that it's the DNA. And then we get to place down this really cool computer looking one. And then it is this one and then this one. Those are some cool looking scientific machines. Okay. Now we need our cultivator, which I want to put right in the center of the room because it just looks so cool. And then our other one is an incubator, which, could that go there? No. Let's put it right here in the corner. And then our analyzer, which I crafted up another one because these get full pretty quickly. But look at that. Our lab looks so, so good. But now we are going to get into mechanism to craft slime, which I just clicked the wrong thing. Slime, which we can get by infusing clay with biomass, which is just crushing any type of kind of bio thing. So I'm going to craft us a crusher, a metallurgic infuser, and to power everything, I am going to get us first a heat generator, I think it is. It's whatever the basic generator. Yes, a heat generator. But I want to upgrade us pretty quickly to windmills because power is going to be really important. Is it called something weird? Where is it? I know there's windmills. I have some in the world I'm playing with my brother right now. There it is. Oh, it's just a wind generator, which is going to get us plenty of power for what we need. But off to do some more crafting. Okay, so I have done a lot of crafting and a lot of rearranging in this room, but it was all kind of like just really boring and repetitive and super like, I need this part for this thing so that I can craft this thing, and just super boring. But I absolutely love how this room is coming together, and I have also crafted myself a jetpack, which is just so fun, and it's going to help me build all of the enclosures I plan on building. And speaking of which, I want to get to processing all of our fossils and archaeology and reborn things through all of these various machines. So, to get started with Reborn, we need to wash the fossils in the cleaning station, or the encased fossils that we find all around. And then they go here and here and here, and I'm going to create a tutorial for both Fossils and Archaeology and the Reborn's revival processes, along with a bunch of other super useful information. And if I have created it by the time this video is coming out, I will link it to the video somewhere in here, either in the description or in a little information card. But we have so many fossils. Let's see, where are all of my fossils and archaeology ones? Oh, can't forget about the frozen meat. So, pretty much, the biofossils for fossils and archaeology give this yellow DNA, and these are pretty much the traditional dinosaurs you think of when you think of dinosaurs. The frozen meat, however, gives Ice Age creatures, and apparently bats and foxes. I think they give the vanilla things alongside the, oh my goodness, brain blank, Ice Age creatures. And then these shale fossils give these green DNAs, which I'm not entirely sure what those are, but those are working. And now we have the bones, so those, that's so cool. I didn't know you could place them down. Where did that just go? Did it just get deleted? It's okay. But I found so many fossils that are just gonna get ground down in this machine, and it is a super rare chance, and we get it immediately. But it's usually a pretty rare chance that we get the soft tissue. So I am going to put it in here with a DNA disc, and we are going to get a random percentage of quality of DNA from that. But over here, I think this is going to be the main way that we get fossils, is through the DNA extractor, which pretty much gives you a random creature of a certain type based on the type of amber or whatever you put in here, with a random DNA quality. But I am going to go through this process because it is going to take absolutely forever for all of the fossils we currently have, and then I'm going to bring you back to kind of conclude the episode and show you which dinosaurs we might be building a habitat for in our next episode. And I'm kind of really hoping for a mosasaur, because I kind of want to fill this thing in and make it a huge water enclosure. You know what? Hold on. Let me... What button is it? Is it... How do I turn the engine on? Is it this button? Okay. Okay. I really want to turn this entire bowl into a mosasaur enclosure. And all of our park is just going to stretch out everywhere, and I am so excited. But to do that, we need some dinosaurs, so I am going to work on that. And after way too much time, I have processed through all of the fossils we currently have, and we have gotten ourselves some pretty cool DNAs for fossils and archaeology. I'm particularly eyeing this Velociraptor DNA, the Deinonychus. Pronunciation is always going to be a thing. is really cool. It's very similar to the Velociraptor in Fossils and Archaeology, but different. And then we have the Stegosaurus. That one could be fun. And the Phorusrhacos, which I think is a terror bird. And then over here, these are the ones that we got from the encased fossils I had. And as you can see, they all have really low DNA quality. The good thing, though, is that we got all of these from the... Where am I going? I'm going to the quests. From the mosquito, amphid, sea lamprey, and frozen leech items. And these have really good DNA quality. We need 100% to actually get the dinosaur, but like we have a 99% of a Velociraptor. That's so exciting. And I think we have 100% for this guy. Then we have a 100%, I believe, for the Megathernium. And the alligator gar. And I think that's all of the ones we have the 100. Oh, we have it for one of the plants. And I think that's it. So the next step is going to be to combine them in here. But this is definitely where I'm going to leave it for this episode. I am sure we are running way long, but we got so much done in this episode. We built a guardian farm, and we built this whole building. And I'm pretty sure building the building took longer than the guardian farm, but we're not going to talk about it. But thank you so much for watching all the way through if you did, and either in between episodes or at the very beginning of next episode, we're actually going to be building some more farms. I do want to build a squid ink farm, and I want to get a proper iron farm, because both of these mods are iron hungry, and I'm kind of really in the mood to build some more vanilla Minecraft farms, to be honest. But outside of that fact, we are going to get into dinosaurs next episode, which is super exciting, and most likely we are going to build our first enclosure. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoy my content, and I hope to see you around. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like, subscribe, do all the things. And I have recently started reading a verse at the end of every episode, so if you're heading out before that, thank you so much for watching again, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. But if you're staying, today we are reading 1 Timothy 16. And 1 Timothy was written by Paul, which is relevant for this verse. But for that very reason, I was shown mercy, so that in me, the worst of sinners, Christ might display his immense patience as an example for those who believe in him and receive eternal life. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you again so much for watching all the way through this, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Around.